guys all know the shrimp escape. This is my favorite side control seat. And it works really good when the guy's got a deep underhook here. He's really pressuring your shoulder over here so you can't shrimp into him because he's got that shoulder cross-facing you, driving your head in. All right? And it might even be, in this particular case, that he's got his bottom hand into the hip. All right, and he's controlling you here, so you can't shrimp into him at all. He's got the head pressure down here, and this arm is hooked, so you can't turn away, you can't turn into him, all right? But really, it doesn't matter. We're gonna focus on if he's got the strong headlock, so it doesn't matter where he has the hand. So the first thing I wanna do is I wanna make a frame. I wanna take this hand right here, the one that's strapped in between his leg and his arm, and I'm gonna dig that in and put my forearm up against his hip. All right, and it's not going to be easy. If he knows what he's doing, he's going to be trying to keep it in there. So I may have to bridge up, do some small shrimps, and when I create that moment of space, that's when I get it in there. Or I may have to dig it in here. All right, once I get this, I make a frame and I give myself some space. I can take this outside leg and brace it and kind of push into him a little bit, making a frame with this back leg as a post, framing into this hand, just pushing right through my body here. I'm going to go ahead and take the outside hand and I'm going to bring it over the near shoulder, the one close to my head, and I'm going to grab the belt. If the belt is far, I have it here. I can even grab the bottom of the gi, feed it up, and give myself the belt. If there's no gi, I reach over and I just 5 fingers together, I grab his lap. Once I'm here, I'm going to relieve some of this pressure. I'm going to reach, and this is how you do it, absolutely no gi. Gi, you can keep this double grip on his belt. No gi, this is how you have to do it. And here, I'm going to keep, all 5 fingers together, and I'm going to cup inside his elbow. And this is very important. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my elbow, the one that's hidden underneath his body, into my ribs as I lean to the side, like I'm doing a side crunch. And I'm going to pull this in, all right? And then I'm going to walk this foot out as much as possible and get us on as much of a straight line. It will never truly be straight, especially if he's controlling this far here. Go ahead if you want to do that. All right, I just want to get as much space as possible. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bridge up and over my left shoulder. And I'm going to pull on the belt. I want to pull on it up here. So I'm going to bridge up, and I'm going to roll and come around to the side control of my arm. All right, so from here, I make my frame, post out to the side. Come around, I either get the belt or I grab his lat. Fingers inside, pull this in. Walk out as much as I can. If his elbow is here, there's going to be a stopping point where I can't do it anymore. And then I'm going to bridge up and barrel roll over my left shoulder. Walk all the way around. And now I have him inside control. And this is a nice throw because then I get him in the same position, he does it back to me. This works very, very well in conjunction with the shrimp escape. So from here, and I'll do this with just the belt grip because I like to do a double belt grip sometimes. I'll come in here and I'll try and shrimp. And he keeps that away. Get back. So I'm trying to chase him around. Here we go. And I'm controlled, and I can start hunting for a submission. All right. Make my frame, reach over, grab, loosen up some of that pressure on the headlock, and I pull, sit up for a moment. Once I get my fingers inside the crook of his elbow, that arm is around my head, pull everything in, and I collapse it. That traps it so he can't post with it. He can't release it from my head and post it to stop the roll. So first thing you always want to do, make the frame. Often, very, very commonly, we're taught to make the frame underneath his chin like this. I can never, almost never, ever get this because the guy's head is too close. And if I try and get that, he's going to isolate my arm, and he's going to put a urigarami, he's going to arm lock me here. So I always keep it up here. I push away a little bit, force his head, and when he starts to push back, come around the top, get the belt. Release some of that pressure on the headlock, shrimp in, here, bridge, look over my left shoulder. That's the sweet spot here. I want to make him roll over his left shoulder too. We both go over the left shoulder. Up and over, walk around, walk around. Notice my knee is in the hip to block him from re-guarding because I don't want to have to repeat this. And then usually what I'll do is I'll actually swim in and go to north-south here. And then actually I'll climb up here, start triangling. All right,